Thanks for inviting me to speak at your career assembly. You've asked me to talk about what it's like being a police officer. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It's no picnic being a police officer in New York, and you have to be sure it's what you really want to do. When people need your help, they're only too happy to see you. But show up when they don't want you, and what you can get called isn't fit to print. You arrive for work and have no idea what the day will bring. A traffic accident or a murder, an armed robbery or a false alarm, a request for directions or a drug overdose. I get asked about treatment for sick canaries, Social Security payments, politics, and prison visits. I have to deal with family conflicts. I get anonymous threatening letters and phone calls, and a lot of times I recognize who they're from. I rarely complete a holiday shift, especially Christmas, without having to report a suicide, usually caused by loneliness. Every day there are drunks, fights, bodies, demonstrations, the brutal and the brave, the villains and the victims, the haters and the lovers, and the just plain indifferent. It isn't easy. What kind of person measures up to such a job? Any one of you. There's no minimum height requirement. You can be tall or short. But regardless of your height, you're obviously no good if you don't have the stature for the job. This means having concern for people, a real sense of fair play, and common sense. And if you don't have a sense of humor, forget it. These qualities are more important than qualifications, although you need some of those too. You have to be a high school graduate and at least 20 years old to get into the police academy. And those exams are tough. First, you have to pass a written exam. If you make it through that, you have to take a physical exam, and you'd better be in good shape. If you pass that, you go to the police academy for 6 months. Now, the pay starts at about $26,000 a year, and believe me, you'll earn every penny of it. You'll have to put up with lonely hours on the night shift, and you'll probably work every Christmas, but the rewards you can get for doing a good job will more than compensate for the low pay. If I haven't dimmed your enthusiasm and you're still interested, you can do 2 things. First, read a few books written by ex-cops. They'll tell you plenty. And also, get in touch with the Department of Personnel, 55 Thomas Street, New York, New York. Or call them at 212-566-8790. They'll tell you when the next exam is being given. Thanks a lot, and good luck.